You shall not take the name of the Lord your God in vain. It's the third commandment, and for generations we've shrunk it down to mean don't cuss. But the Hebrew word shav doesn't mean cuss. It means empty, hollow, worthless, void. So this commandment isn't about vocabulary. It's about fruit. To take his name in vain is to sow words that return void. It is to attach I am to identities and declarations that cannot bear lasting fruit. The name still creates, but vain speech creates futility. The Septuagint, the Greek Old Testament, uses the word mataios, futile, fruitless, empty of power. Paul echoes it in 1 Corinthians 15:58. Your labor is not in vain in the Lord. Vain means labor without harvest, effort without endurance, seeds that sprout into nothing lasting. And what is the name? The name he gave Moses at the burning bush, Aya Asher Aya. I am that I am. Every time you say I am, you are not speaking filler. You are naming a truth your nervous system will learn. Neuroscience calls this self-referential encoding. Your brain literally wires identity around repeated phrases. Say I am weak enough times, and the circuitry matches the story. Say, I am chosen enough times, and the nervous system begins to hold that architecture. When I am gets attached to emptiness, I am worthless, I am nothing, I am broken. Those words still create, but what they create is futility. Shame finds a home. Fragmentation takes root. The harvest is fruitless. That is taking the name in vain. Because I am is the seed word of creation. God spoke the cosmos with word. We, made in his image, declare small worlds every day with our I ams. To use I am as condemnation is to plant a barren seed. To misuse the name is to speak a word that will sprout but will return void. This isn't abstract language. It's embodied biology. Our limbic system responds to patterned identity statements. The amygdala, hippocampus, the prefrontal loops, they all learn the story you tell. Which is why confession matters not only spiritually, but neurologically. Words shape synapses. Repeated truth rewires the brain. Think about a friend who says, I'm always unlucky. They expect loss. They move differently in rooms. They scan for failure, and their life begins to match the sentence. Now imagine the opposite. I am resilient. Different posture, different choices, different neurochemistry. It's not magic. It's the grammar of growth. Every I am you speak is a seed, and every seed grows into something. I am births. I am multiplies. I am brings forth fruit that remains. To take the name in vain is not to silence creation, it is to create futility. It is to speak in ways that sprout but cannot endure. That is what Scripture calls vain. Words and works that collapse into nothingness. Paul could say with confidence, your labor is not in vain in the Lord. Why? Because when our speech and our soul line up with his name, the work carries fruit beyond the grave. So hear the commandment again. Do not take the name in vain, not as prohibition, but as protection. Guard the weight of your words. Don't sow emptiness. Every I am you speak is a seed planted in the soil of eternity. Do not create futility. Create with fruit. Create with fire. Create with the fullness of his name. Be loved and beloved, beloved.